coming, a slow and steady beat. I'm tangled in the shadows in the cold hospital sheet, but I'm looking at your silhouette against the window light. The only thing that's keeping me from vanishing tonight. I remember every summer, every secret we would keep, a million little promises I knew that I would reap. Don't tell me that it's over, don't tell me that it's end. Just tell me that you'll always be my lover and my friend. I see the tears are forming in the corners of your eyes, like the stars are slowly falling from the indigo skies. But if this is the final chapter, if the curtain's coming down, I'm the luckiest man who ever wore a heavy leaden crown. If the world is going quiet, if the colors faded gray, I've got everything I wanted in the words you didn't say. I don't need another lifetime, I don't need a brand new day, just to hold you for a second while the spirit drifts away. It's a beautiful disaster, it's a tragic kind of grace, to find my only heaven in the lines across your face. Yeah, I'll die with a smile, knowing I was loved by you. I saw our names carved out wood on the sycamore tree, a younger version of the ghost that we were meant to be. We didn't have a plan, we just had gasoline and fire, building up a castle on a broken string lyre. Now the hallway is a mirror of the things we didn't do, but the only thing that matters is the road that led to you. So don't be sad for me, don't be shaken in the dark. I'm just a fading ember from a once eternal spark. It's not a goodbye, it's just a different kind of stay. I'll be the wind that brushes by you on a lonely summer day. I'll be the silver in the moonlight, I'll be the rhythm in your dress. Because of you, my darling, I can finally find my rest. If the world is going quiet, if the colors faded gray, I've got everything I wanted in the words you didn't say. I don't need another lifetime, I don't need a brand new day, just to hold it for a second while the spirit drifts away. It's a beautiful disaster, it's a tragic kind of grace, to find my only heaven in the lines across your face. Yeah, I'll die with a smile, knowing I was loved by you. Just one more look, the sun is coming. I'm not your friend, I'm only small, loved by you. I'll die with a smile. I'm looking at the scars on the wooden kitchen table, where you carved your initials when we thought that we were able to weather every storm and outrun every ghost. Now I'm just a stranger to the one who loved me most. I try to wash the scent of your cologne from my favorite sweater, but the fabric remembers when everything was better. They tell me to erase you, to cut the tangled line, to take back every second that I used to call mine. but you're the ink in every sentence that I write. If I never knew your name, if I never felt the burn, if I skipped the hardest lesson that I ever had to learn, I'd be whole and I'd be happy, I'd be safe and I'd be free, but I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be me. I see your reflection in the choices that I make, in the way I got my heart in the risk I'm scared to take. I'm a mosaic made of shattered glass and hollowed out remains, trying to find the beauty in the echoes of our pains. You tore the map for pieces, you rewrote the final page. Now I'm stepping out of silence onto a different stage. I could curse the day we made, I could wish it all away, I could beg for some amnesia for every single day, but the tears are what water the person I've become. I'm the total of the subtraction, I'm the product of the sun. If I never knew your name, if I never felt the burn, if I skipped the hardest lesson that I ever had to learn, I'd be whole and I'd be happy, I'll be safe and I'll be free, but I wouldn't be me, no, I wouldn't be me. So thank you for the heartbreak, thank you for the mess, for leaving me with nothing less than the best of who I am. I wouldn't be me. So thank you for the heartbreaks. So thank you for the heartbreak. Thank you for the mess, for leaving me with nothing less than the best of who I am. I wouldn't be me. So thank you for the heartbreak. No, I wouldn't be me. I'm sitting on the edge of the kitchen floor, listening for the rattle of a deadbolt door, but but the air is thin and the light is cold, and the story's done before it's even told. I see a toothbrush sitting in the porcelain cup, like a little white flag that's finally giving up. I'm picking up the pieces of a shattered glass, waiting for the ghost of your step to pass. They say that time is a healer, but time is a thief, stealing the air, leaving the grief. And I'm standing here with my hands out wide, with the tectonic shift happening deep inside. Now what am I supposed to do with my love? It's a heavy winter coat that I can't shake off. It's a letter with no mailbox, a fire with no wood. I'd give it all away right now if I only could. It's just taking up space in the middle of the room, like a funeral flower that forgot how to bloom. Yeah, my love is just a ghost in the hall, with nowhere to go and no one to call. I drove to the park where the grass is dying. I'm tired of the rain and I'm tired of trying. I see a couple laughing by the sycamore tree, and I hate them for being what we used to be. I've got a heart full of memories I can't even use, like a winning ticket that I'm destined to lose. I'm trying to pack it into boxes and crates, but love is the one thing that never quite waits. I tried to drown it in the whiskey, in the wine. I tried to pretend that I'm doing just fine, but it's a stubborn kind of fever, a permanent state. It's the only thing left that still knows your name. I don't want it anymore. Please just take it through the door. Now what am I supposed to do with my love? It's a heavy winter coat that I can't shake off. It's a letter with no mailbox, a fire with no wood. I'd give it all away right now if I only could. It's just taking up space in the middle of the room, like a funeral flower that forgot how to bloom. Yeah, my love is just a ghost in the hall, with nowhere to go and no one to call. It's just sitting here, collecting dust, turning into salt, turning into rust. My love, what do I do with my love? What do I do with my love? It's just sitting here. The neighborhood is quiet, the shadows stretch so long. The radio is playing a ghost of our favorite song. I keep the porch light burning, a beacon in the rain, trying to find a shelter from this slow and steady pain. They say the world keeps spinning, they say the seasons change, but everything I'm touching feels so cold and out of range. I haven't moved the curtains since you walked out through the gate. Now I'm just a prisoner of the things I can't unstate. My friends all stopped their calling. They think I found my way, but I'm still standing in the dust of our yesterday. The calendar is empty, the ink has all run dry. I'm just waiting for a reason not to say goodbye. I'm right here waiting in the silence of the hall, tracing every memory that's written on the wall. Let the years go rushing by like water through my hands. I'll be the only one who stays exactly where you stand. If you ever lose your rhythm, if you ever lose your light, I'll be the one still holding on in the middle of the night. Yeah, I'm right here waiting until you find your way back home. I saw you name writing on a letter by the phone, a reminder of a life that I can live out on my own. The garden's overgrown, now the road just turned to weeds. It's funny how the heart ignores the very thing it needs. I crack is what I tell you if you walked into the door, but the words all turn to static when they hit the wooden floor. I'm a lighthouse with no ocean, I'm a bell that cannot ring, just a man who's lost his spirit to a memory of a flame. Time is just a number that I've learned to disregard, watching for your headlights through the window of the yard. They call it moving forward, I call it letting go, and that's the kind of bravery I don't think I'll ever know. I'm right here waiting in the silence of the hall, tracing every memory that's written on the wall. Let the years go rushing by like water through my hands. I'll be the only one who stays exactly where he stands. If you ever lose your rhythm, if you ever lose your light, I'll be the one still holding on in the middle of the night. Yeah, I'm right here waiting until you find your way back home. Still here in the same old chair with the same old hope and the same sinner. Right here waiting. Dog is riding and the tide is pulling low. I'm watching for a lantern that I used to know. The salt is in the wood and the rust is in my bones. I'm a king of the doldrums on a throne of stones. You were the wind in my canvas, you were the current in my soul. Now I'm just a rudderless wreck who's lost all control. I've memorized the stars, but the sky's turned to gray, and I'm lost in the fog of our last not today. They say a sailor's heart is a hard and heavy thing, but I'm bleeding out from the song you used to sing. I'm chasing the horizon where the ocean meets the sky, just to find a reason not to say goodbye. I'm singing the sailor song to an empty blue sea, waiting for the tide to bring you back to me. I've anchored my grief in the fathoms below, in the only dark harbor that I still know. Every wave that hits the hull is a whisper of your name, and nothing on this water is ever gonna be the same. Yeah, I'm lost in the rhythm of a heartbeat gone, singing my sailor song. I saw your silhouette on a passing merchant ship, but it was just a hallucination on a lonely, long trip. I scoured out the logbook, I burned every chart, trying to find the logic in a broken down heart. I'm weather beaten, I'm tattered, I'm stained by the salt, looking for the storm that was all my fault. I'm a captain of nothing, I'm a king of the deep, with a treasure chest of promises that I couldn't quite keep. Over the sails, let the ocean take the wheel. I've forgotten the way this solid ground feels. I trade the whole world for a second of the sun, for a version of us that wasn't already done. But the stars are all buried in a blanket of black, and there's no current that's gonna bring you back. I'm singing the sailor song to an empty blue sea, waiting for the tide to bring you back to me. Lost at sea, lost at sea, just me and the echo, sailor song. Come back home, come back home, come back home. Come back home. Come back home. I left the porch light burning till the boat turned in, tracing every shadow where your ghost has been. The coffee in the pot is gone bitter and cold, like a promise that was bought and then undersold. I still check the driveway at 3 in the morning, ignoring the silence and the storm cloud warning. The calendar's bleeding, the days are all blurred. I'm hanging my heart on your last spoken word. The anchor is stuck while the tide's moving on, and I'm still waiting for you, like winter for snow, like a bridge that's broken but won't let go. I'm standing in the rain while you're chasing the sun, trying to finish the race that we'd already won. My soul is a room where the windows won't close, in the quietest heartbreak that nobody knows. Yeah, I'm still waiting for you. I buy your favorite flowers just to watch them die. I'm interrogating every car that passes by. Your initials are carved in the paint on the wall. I'm leaning on shadows so I don't have to fall. I unpacked the groceries and I made enough for two. I'm a half-empty house missing a view. They tell me that time is a thief and a chore, but nothing is certain and nothing is sure, except for the fact that I'm glued to the spot, mourning a version of us that you forgot. And I'm still waiting for you, like winter for snow, like a bridge that's broken but won't let go. I'm stuck in the rain while you're chasing the sun, trying to finish the race that we'd already won. My soul is a room where the windows won't close, and the quietest heartbreak that nobody knows. Yeah, I'm still waiting for you. I'm sitting on the porch, listening to the wind, wondering where the hell the love begins. Still waiting, always waiting for you. For you. I'm staring at the ceiling where the shadows start to bleed, trying to find the oxygen that I no longer need. I used to think your heartbeat was the rhythm of my soul, but now it's just the thunder that I'm losing all control. I kept the letters in a box beneath the kitchen sink. They're soaked in all the coffee and the ink. I used to think would save us from the winter, will keep the fire high, but even stars get tired of burning in a lonely sky. I'm looking for a villain, I'm looking for a fight, anything to get me through the middle of the night. But there's no smoke or mirrors, there's no one left to blame. It's just the quiet hollow where I used to say your name. You were the shore, but now you're just the salt in the past that old diner where we sat until the dawn. The neon light is flickering, but the magic's mostly gone. I see a ghost of us in the window of the glass, watching all the happy people as they blindly pass. I used to find my courage in the way you held my hand. Now I'm just a footprint disappearing in the sand. You were the gravity that kept my feet upon the floor. Now I'm just drifting toward the closing of a door. They say that love's a lesson. Well, I've learned enough today. I've learned that forever is a debt I cannot pay. I've learned that being hollow is a heavy way to live, when you run out of pieces of yourself to try and live. You were the shore, and now you're just the salt in the wound. The melody I love that falling faintly out of tune. I wanted you to be the one who stayed when things got hard, but you're the ink that's bleeding through the pages of my card. It's not the way you left or the things you didn't do. The hardest part of moving on is knowing the reason with you. Of the distance, of the time, not the rounds that we couldn't climb. It's just you. It's always been you. And that's the reason I'm through. I'm tracing the outlines the way you used to lay. The silence is louder than the words I couldn't say. I memorized your laughter like a favorite song. Now I'm just a singer, getting all the notes wrong. I left the porch light on, but the driveway's still cold. Just a collection of stories that'll never be told. I'm reaching for a hand that's already let go, walking through a house that I no longer know. Every remember when is your never again. And when I say sorry, I'm not asking for you back. I'm just trying to fill the holes in every single crack. It's the sound of a heart finally admitting the weight of loving you perfectly. Just a little too late. It's not a white flag or a plea for your grace. It's just me finally looking the ghost in the face. When I say sorry, I'm just saying goodbye. Your coffee is bitter, I forgot how you liked it. The spark in the fireplace, I can't seem to light it. I see you in windows of cars passing by, but the sky in my rear view is a permanent gray dye. I'm cleaning out closets of things you forgot, holding on to the fragments of the battles we fought. And when I say sorry, I'm not asking for you back. I'm just trying to fill the holes in every single crack. It's the sound of a heart finally admitting the weight of loving you perfectly. Just a little too late. It's not a white flag or a plea for just saying goodbye. It's a heavy word for a so late, a whisper in the middle of a restless night. I'm not trying to fix what I've broken to dust off this morning away. I turned into a sorry. I'm finally letting you go. Checked the mailbox for a letter that I knew you'd never read. I'm still sleeping on the left side of bed. There's much too bright. The coffee in the mug is lukewarm, just like your final kiss. A catalog of every little thing I'm destined to miss. I saw you in a post today, laughing by the shore, looking like the person you were before we became a chore. I'm counting up the seconds while you're counting up the stars. I'm hiding in the house while you're out at all the bars. The silence is a heavy weight I'm carrying alone, and it's a bitter pill to swallow that you don't miss me at all, that you didn't even stumble when you watched me start to fall. I'm a faded memory, blurring your rear view, while every breath I take is still haunted by the near you. You've cleared the space, you've changed the locks, you've put our whole life in a cardboard box. The truth is colder than the sea. You don't miss me. I tried to swore I'd say if we ran into each other, but you're busy finding warmth in the arms of another. I'm a skip in the vinyl, the ghost in the machine, the nastiest breakup that you've ever seen. I checked my phone 1,000 times to see if it would ring, but you're too busy flying to notice the sting. They say that no news is good news, but it's the loudest kind of blues, knowing I'm a habit that you broke in a day, while I'm still drowning in the things I didn't say. And it's a bitter pill to swallow that you don't miss me at all, that you didn't even stumble when you watched me start to fall. I'm a faded memory, is colder than the sea. You don't miss me, so I'll learn to be quiet, I'll learn to be still, until I stop looking for you over the hill. You don't miss me, and one day maybe I won't miss you. Miss you. So I'll learn to be quiet, I'll learn to be still, until I stop looking for you over the hill. You don't miss me, and one day maybe I won't miss you. Maybe I'll miss you. Maybe. I'm sitting on the edge of the kitchen floor, waiting for a shadow to cross the door. The silence is a physical weight in the room, like a funeral flower that forgot how to bloom. I keep checking my phone for a ghost of a text, wondering which part of me is gonna break next. I practice that I'm fighting for the people outside, while I'm losing the battle happening deep down inside. You were the emergency exit, the light in the hall, the only voice that could cushion my fall. But the battery's dead and the wire's afraid. I'm terrified of the choice that we both already made. Now who's gonna come in when the world turns black, when I'm shaking in the dark and I can't find my way back? I'm a distress signal set to a shattered cold sky, a scream of silence and a final goodbye. I've unlearned the rhythm of being on my own. Now I'm learning the harmonics of a lonely tone. Yeah, I'm waiting for a miracle that won't ever come through. I saw your sweater in the back of the drawer. It smells like the Sunday mornings we don't have anymore. I almost reached out and I remembered the static, the way that heartbreak becomes so systematic. I'm talking to walls just to hear a human sound in a house where love is no longer found. I'm a book with the stars call. Pick up the phone. Catch me before I finally fall. I'm tired of being brave. I'm tired of all the show. I'd run out of places for a broken heart to go. Now who's gonna come through when the world turns black? When I'm shaking in the dark and I can't find my just me, nobody. The line is busy. Just a Sunday dress in a broken down mess. I'm still waiting for you. Nobody, just me. Nobody, just me. Just a Sunday dress and a broken down mess. I'm still waiting for you. I'm still waiting for you. Still waiting for you. I'm still waiting for you. Nobody, just me. I'm still waiting for you. Till the emergency, I'm still waiting for